JB, thank you so much for doing this. We want to just ask you first your reaction last night when you witnessed everything that we witnessed along with the rest of America.
I would dare say that my reaction was like all of America that was watching that game and certainly has gone online to see what took place with Damar Hamlin. Um, Look, it went back to basic humanity and concern for the person. And I think that was evident collectively in the stadium, all of the stadium in Cincinnati. I saw fans in the stands showing palpable concern, hands on faces. And Eric, you know, these football players, they are a tough bunch. They belong to that fraternity that understands injury is a part of the game. It is a tough game. But to see how grown men were crying, usually when a player gets hurt, it's not like they accept it, but when they're taken off of the field on a cart, usually a player will give a thumbs up, and that's the signal to the rest of the fraternity. I'm good. It's going to be okay. It's like a license to go ahead and continue playing. None of that last night because this was a life or death situation. No exaggeration.
The NFL has done so much work on head injuries. Does this incident indicate that the league needs to do more to focus on other potentially catastrophic injuries?
Yeah, and you know what? Some of it, to be quite honest, is just a part of the game. It is a physical game. And while I should not be foolish and try to play the part of doctor on TV, I'm sure your audience has heard so many physicians talk about what happened and that this kind of situation with a cardiac arrest happens in Little League with young people very much who get hit in the chest, say with a baseball or the like. And it's right between those heartbeats where, again, you have that break in beating, if you will, and of the heart and the lack of oxygen going to the brain. So, yeah, look, I will say this, and I've been blessed to be at this for a long time. I've seen a sea change in the NFL with the emphasis on player safety and equipment safety, principally the helmet for sure. And they being the NFL, they've spent millions of dollars in equipment safety, specifically helmet, in conjunction with the NFLPA. Damar Smith, as the head of that, they've been intimately involved. So it's been a joint effort in that. And they've taken the head out of football. That's why there can't be any targeting with the crown of the helmet because you're then playing with the head in, and it's called heads up football and out of the way as you wrap in tackling. And you see that the officials are making that a point of emphasis and have been and will continue. I know this is an indelicate way to express it, but Eric, they're looking to take out of the game those whose aim is to hurt somebody from a defensive standpoint, and maybe to be even more indelicate to take the thuggery out of the game because nobody wants to hurt those from the fraternity.
This did not seem to be anything close to that sort of a situation, but does it cast any sort of a cloud over the improvements the league has made with player safety?
I'm sure it does because it was a national TV game, one game on in prime time, and people were watching. So, of course, there will be a number of questions. But look, my colleagues, I'm here in New York having just finished recording Inside the NFL with Phil Simms, the two-time Super Bowl winning champ and MVP of Super Bowl action with the Giants, Julian Edelman, three-time Super Bowl winner with the New England Patriots, and Michael Irvin, of the Dallas Cowboys. And Eric, to hear them talk about it, they say they've never seen anything like this when they were playing. It has happened infrequently, but usually it's because of a freak accident. There was nothing aberrant about the play there last night. It was a normal play. But again, it's where the tackle took place, right, if you will, in the solar plexus when he went to wrap up on that play. So there was nothing wrong with that in terms of execution and doing things within the rules. Those things are going to happen. Normally, we just think or see if it's a leg injury, a knee injury, hamstring, or something like this. This was very atypical for sure. And I don't know, again, from my humble perspective, that you can say there was any lack or laxity on the part of the NFL with respect to rules focusing on safety.
One last one for you, JB. As we record this interview, the NFL has just announced that the Bills-Bengals game will not be resumed this week. How difficult a balance is it for the league right now to put Damar Hamlin's health and safety first, but also get on with the business of finishing the season and knowing that these games all matter with standings and with seeding in the playoffs?
They are important, to be clear. They are elements, priorities to consider. But the most important priority was the young man, Damar Hamlin. And I'm thrilled that they got it right. But it wasn't just them. Roger Goodell and DeMaurice Smith of the NFL Players Association, they were on the phone immediately discussing this. I also understood that they talked to a number of the stakeholders. They talked to the coaches to see what their read of the locker room was and what they felt the temperature was indicating with that, as well as a number and a host of others as well. But they got it right to say, no, this game cannot be played. We're still talking about human beings. We tend to look at the players as gladiators and maybe not having feelings, but they are husbands and wives and sons, husbands with wives and sons involved as well, too, fathers. So I think they got it right. I don't think anybody can fault him. Yeah, there are those who are going to talk about, well, the game should have been called immediately. Okay, but you know what? You don't understand all of the particulars involved with that, because at the end of the day, and with the effort to be as comprehensive in assessing things to make the right decision, at the end of the day, they made the right decision. And with respect to games being played, the NFL got plenty of experience with the pandemic of the past couple of years. So they're very comfortable with being able to play games in a shorter time frame in order to get the games in. I'm not certain what the ultimate decision is going to be, but I would surmise that because it's not going to be played this week, that's a nod to the players, knowing that this could be even more taxing to get two games played in a very short period of time. It remains to be seen what the ultimate decision will be. But for the time being, good call, right decision.
Maybe none of us have experienced or witnessed anything like this. I know you have not as well. Is there anything that you wanted to express that I did not give you the chance to address or say?
No, Eric, you covered it thoroughly, and I'm just so glad, again, as of today, and just completing the recording of our NFL show inside the NFL here in the studio, we didn't even do a regular show. We didn't show highlights. Properly, we focused only on the young man, Damar Hamlin, his family, and the fans' reactions from around the country. This is a quality young man. For all the years I've been blessed to do this in sports, I much prefer to do stories about good people, good character. This young man at only 24 years of age was just that, and I think that's what folks were responding to. Yes, in terms of how serious this is, praying that there will be a complete and full recovery for him back to a healthy life. Most importantly, his fundraising efforts, a toy drive for a local daycare that his mom runs, he started when he was in college. He was probably getting tens of thousands of dollars for commitments to help raise funds for toys in the community. And he was thrilled with that. Eric, as of today, they are now in excess of $4 million money raised via GoFundMe for the toy drive, a real tribute to the character and quality of this young man.
We all continue to pray for this young man. JB, your family here at WUSA 9 thanks you for the time, and we wish you the best.
Hey, and just make certain that our boss, Samara Martin, is still in good shape. I'm thankful, as I shared with you earlier, that she still has hair despite my receding hairline, because she pulled out a lot, Eric, to train and teach me back in the day. But I love you guys as well, and you'll always be family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, JB. Have a great day.